everyone, today we're going to be talking about periods and why they happen. Nowadays, I feel like especially in Malaysia, lots of moms and parents don't really talk about this with their children, daughters and sons. So I thought, why not cover this, because the schools aren't really going to be covering this, your parents aren't going to be talking about it. So here's a video just for that. While periods are becoming more and more talked about, I still think some of us still shy away from the subject quite a bit. So I thought, why not make a little lesson on why periods happen in the first place? What exactly is a period though? Well, a period is known by many names: menstruation, menses, or my personal favorite, Satan's bloody waterfall. What? Well, it happens because the thickened lining of the uterus is broken down and exits the body. This is for pregnancy. This all happens when puberty starts to happen, which is somewhere between 8 to 15 years old. But everybody's body is different, so the timing can vary. It's influenced by genetics, lifestyle, and of course, medical conditions. But also, if you don't get your period by 16 years old, that is a red flag, so consider getting it checked out with your doctor. Another thing that we have to consider is menopause, which happens around late 40s to early 50s. By this time, the periods get irregular and the timing of it can be affected. If we're talking about periods, then obviously we're going to be talking about the menstrual cycle. The menstrual cycle is 28 days long, and it's the whole cycle of where you get periods, and it controls pregnancy, hormones, all that stuff. But the actual period or menstruation itself is only 4 to 8 days long, plus or minus a couple of days, because of lifestyle factors, medical choices, and things like that. So on day 14, if this was a timeline, is when ovulation happens, which is the release of the egg cell. But when that egg cell doesn't get fertilized, the body has to get rid of it. If not, things can go very, very bad very, very quickly in the uterus. So that's when periods happen. It ejects all that along with the uterus lining so that your body can be safe and healthy. So in order to keep your body safe and healthy and make sure everything is working out, your body will eject all of the uterus lining, the blood, and the egg cell together. I like to think of it in this really simple way. Number 1, your body sends an egg cell down to your uterus. Number 2, the uterus egg cell does not get fertilized. Number 3, the uterus gets angry, then it tears everything down, and then it proceeds to pretend nothing happened, and then it expects another baby again. It's really simple, honestly. So how does your body know what to do and when exactly to do it? Well, the menstrual cycle is controlled by 2 places in your body, your ovaries and your pituitary gland inside your brain. How does it know when to release the egg cell though? That's because of 2 hormones again that are called FSH and LH. FSH meaning follicle stimulating hormone and LH meaning luteinizing hormone. So if we had a sort of timeline as to how all this would happen, day 1 to 14 is when the pituitary gland releases FSH, and that's when the egg cell matures and the uterine walls thicken. Then LH would be released, that's when ovulation happens. Progesterone is released, and that's when the uterine walls are maintained. But when the egg cell isn't fertilized, the progesterone levels drop, and that's when the uterine walls break down. So that's what a period is. Finally. But please don't tell me you don't get all this, because I had to study this for my IGCSE biology. So if I can, you can too. Okay. All jokes aside, I think that the scientific aspect of periods is super important because of so many myths and stereotypes surrounding menstruation. I think this stuff should be taught in schools to all children, regardless of gender. But not all schools and not all governments as well are built the same, so I think it's our responsibility to educate ourselves and those around us to combat those myths. Thank you.